Hey, what up, y'all? I'm out with my daily walk again, and I just want to talk to y'all for a second, fellas. Anybody that's literally uh, 20s, in their 20s, teens, this is what I really want to talk to y'all. Look, I need y'all to understand something. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to come up with some new concept to get rich. You don't have to come up with no new concept to get in shape. You don't have to have a new concept to get women. All right. The thing you got to do is find you a mentor. Find somebody that you can emulate, and see, like, okay, this guy's in shape. I'm gonna follow to a T exactly what this dude's doing. The biggest thing you want to do is you want to find somebody who's older, right? I swear, like, this is simple. It's real simple to y'all, all right? Find somebody who's in their 50s, 60s, whatever, and ask yourself, the way he looks, the way he living his life, do I want to look and live my life like that? Because a lot of us, we sit there and we get caught up in all these fads and all these scams and all these different tricks to try to get shortcuts. And I'm telling you right now, results matter. If you look at guys who've done it before, they have gotten the results because they have done the systems that take to get the results. Like, so the biggest thing I want to get from this video from y'all is, first, find you a mentor. Find you somebody who you can emulate, that you say, you know what? And it don't gotta be one person. You can just like, in relationships, you know how people are single and girls have a guy who takes them out on dates, a guy who pays bills, a guy who fucks them. All those, they got different types for different things. The same way, when a mentor, you might find one guy who drives a certain car or lives in a certain house, and you say, you know what, I'm gonna emulate this guy. I need to find out what he's doing, or travels and dresses a certain way, or talks to women a certain way, gets a certain type of women, or he looks a certain way. All these things you can get from different people, but make sure they're older. Don't get somebody who looks like you and think you're gonna get a different result. All right? Don't get somebody who makes the same amount of money you make and you think you can get a different result. All right? I'm gonna say this: when it comes to finances, the biggest thing that you need to realize is you need to find out what your passions are, what you actually enjoy doing, and come with a system of how you can make money doing what you like to do. Okay? If it's talking, then maybe a podcast, maybe get on the radio, something like that. There's so many different avenues you can take, but you need to find somebody you can look up to and emulate. All right? A lot of things that you see in this world is nothing that somebody has taken something from somebody else and just tweaked it a little bit. So that's all you got to do, man. Get you somebody you can emulate, and if you see, okay, you know what, they did it this way, but I can make it a little bit better just by doing this, then that's how you do it. All right? Like, I've been on my weight loss journey, as I've told y'all before. I was 420 pounds. Now I'm 355 pounds. It's a slow process. You're not gonna get what you want by tomorrow. You're not gonna get what you want by next week. It's gonna take a long time. But what I'm telling you is, when you start finding a mentor, emulating the systems that they have done, you will start seeing results in months, in years. The more you do it, the more you're gonna see more results from it. Okay? I do these videos where I'm walking because I have to make it for myself a daily habit to get up and move. See, for years, what I did was I was a D1 athlete, played football. I never really was out of shape because I always played sports, but I always ate way more than I should have. So because of that, I literally would, once I stopped playing sports, I started gaining weight rapidly. I mean, 30, 40 pounds every year, to the point where I played at 260, right, solid, and then I got all the way up to 420. Not feeling good, knees hurting, mental wasn't right, everything, and I just realized that once you take control of your life and say, you know what, I do have to walk and move and eat the right things. It's very simple, but there's so many things against us that are trying to pull you down, trying to make you not succeed. So I'm telling you right now, find you a mentor. It could be multiple people. They don't have to be alive. Okay? You can go back. I found mentors that have passed. Give you an example. Let me think of somebody. Robert Greene. He's not dead, but I like him with his books. It's so many. I listen to a lot of motivational speakers because ultimately, I think that's what I want to bring to the table. I want to bring motivation to y'all. Bring motivation to someone who feels like they can't do something. Okay? It's not that you can't do it. It's that you're doing the wrong steps to get the results you want to get. And you're not being consistent in those steps. Okay? So make sure you find you a mentor. You follow a system and stay with the system. Don't sit there like if you're trying to get in shape and they tell you, hey, I need you to move more. So you need to be active. You need to walk every day and you need to strength train. You need to lift weights, right? And you start for a week, start for a month, and then you feel like you ain't seeing fast enough results and you just stop. If you stop, you guarantee for the results to never happen, okay? You have to trick your mind because your mind gonna play tricks on you. It's gonna tell you, hey, you don't see no results. The problem is you see yourself every day. That's why I tell people, take pictures. Take pictures of your body. Take pictures of your bank account. You know what I'm saying? And test yourself. So when you go down 3, 4, 6 months go by, you can say, well, 6 months ago, I had $100 in my bank account. Now I got $3,000 in my bank account. Or I weighed 400 pounds, right? Now I weigh 370. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, so there's progress being made. You might not see it, but if you keep being consistent, progress is being made. Okay? So that's number one, get a mentor. Number two, I told you, follow a system. You gotta have a system. You can't, and you gotta literally document your system. Like, write it down and understand it. Don't sit there and try to wing something. You trying to wing a diet, like, oh, what I'm gonna eat today, what I'm gonna work out today. No, have a system. Every day you know exactly what you're gonna do and why you're doing it, okay? And then thirdly, and this is probably the most important, look at who you're around, okay? A lot of us don't understand that you are literally a combination of the people you are around. Look at your friends, your 5 most friends. How you doing? All right. The 5 most friends you got, and then tell and see how they are. See how much money they make. See how they act around women. See how in shape they are, what they look like. And I'm telling you, you are a reflection of your friends. So if you look at your friends and that's not who you want to be, then you might want to go ahead and start trying to find some new people to be around. You can still be cool from a distance, but you don't really be around some people that you don't want to emulate, because we are creatures of habit. And if you see somebody emulating a certain habit all the time, you're going to start emulating that habit too, okay? If you're around people who are inconsistent, who fall off every time they do something, if you're around people who are negative, who always talk down on you, them ain't the people you want to be around. You want to be around motivated people. You want to be around hungry people, all right? And wait. Don't see the price of gas. And this is why I'm walking. But honestly, it's not. And I had to really reflect on myself and say, like, who am I hanging around? The guys I'm hanging around, do I really want to be those guys? You know, there was guys who are hanging around, they always want to go out to party. They always want to drink. And you might be that person. You might be that person young and want to party. But I'm going to tell you right now, you drinking alcohol, you partying, you fucking up your liver, ain't going to do you no. Oh, shit. You know what? My fault. I thought it was. I'm about to walk on the street, y'all. I see the green light and I'm not even driving. But you sitting there drinking up alcohol, trying to fit in with the crowd. I told y'all on last video, don't do anything that everybody else is doing. Anything everybody else is doing, I promise you, it is not good for you. It's cheap mentality. It's going to cause a lot of problems in your life. And you're not going to see it right now when you're in your teens or when you're in your 20s. But when you get to your 30s and 40s, you're going to see it. You're going to realize what I was trying to tell you before. So make sure you really watch who you hang around, okay? And if you can get into hanging around people who are making money, who are making moves, who are trying to do something, they're going to spark something inside of your brain, inside of your soul to say, I need to go ahead and figure this thing out. So, I just want to keep it short and sweet. Find you a mentor. That's number one. Follow a system that the mentor has put in front of you. All right? That's number two. And then watch who you hanging around. That's number three. The top 5 people you hanging around probably is why you are where you are. All right? I'll talk to you later.